Yeah, I'm fairly confident that'll work. Ah, shit. Yeah, well, it was largely because I was testing things. I forgot to set this up. Hang on. I gotta fix this. Ah, shit. How did we have it? Let's fix this. There's always something. Always something. There we go, that should be good enough. Now we'll go. That timed okay, actually, didn't it? It was timed with the music. I started on this machine, I said I would finish it on this machine, so I'm going to finish it on this fucking machine. I've done some rather mean things to it. So, that's going to make no difference because my ceiling light's there. Howdy, George C. Oh, damn. Man, fuck, the camera's good enough there. I'll just leave it there. I don't think my face is that important. It's not like I'm going to get too mad at this game or anything, I wouldn't think. That's not the machine I'm running on, that's the K5, so I've been in and changed the memory back because I'd put fast page RAM in there at some point. I can't remember why I did that, because I did that in the middle of the stream. Oh, let's put some echo on it. Let's do it like one of them OST rips. That's not enough echo, it needs like chorus as well. There we go, mate. I just need to put loads and loads of compression on it. It'll sound like one of them Rystar OST uploads. But, shit. You know, I thought it loaded a bit fast. Now we'll play Duke in DC. I did load CT mouse, didn't I? I think I loaded CT mouse. We'll find out when the mouse doesn't work. It said mouse present. I'm assuming it's working. But bigger controllers generally are better in my hands. I think it's why I don't have the problems with the N64 most people have. This is a ball mouse, I'm used to playing with stupid opticals now, so that may affect aiming somewhat. This ran horribly last time on here, but like I said, I've done some untoward things to this machine, so we might be able to do things a little bit faster this time. It's over this side, isn't it? That's my memory working in mirrors again. As it does. Left and right, they're always reversed in my brain. It's weird, because when I'm doing something in real time, like if I'm confronted with something, I know my left from my right just fine, but when I remember it, it's like I remember a mirror image of what's actually there. There's shit over there. I don't think we got to go over there. We'll go and pick this up. I don't know, I haven't done anything to it. I'll tell you what I will do though. I'll turn the frame rate counter on. We'll see how this thing does now. It's had a few upgrades. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, most games take a few seconds to start anyway. If it's Konami, I'm not surprised. I don't consider Konami to be the most competent studio on the planet. But somebody's going to end up asking. This music isn't part of Duke It Out in DC. It's from the old high-res pack. There's just no music included with Duke It Out in DC. And yeah, the high-res pack runs recordings. Probably some of Brandon Bloom's shitty fucking stuff now, but it used to have MIDIs with it. And that's what these are. I just added them to the con file. It's not hard to do. Oops. Well, frame rate's doing okay up to now. I still imagine it's going to tank. We might actually get some really weird performance in places. just because of the way things are running. You might notice a slight discrepancy in the specifications scroller. We'll clarify what that's about later on to anybody who catches on. There is atomic health up there. We could get that. I think what I'm going to do is, when I take damage, what if I... There we go. It's taken a little while to get used to aiming with the ball mouse. I mean, I prefer ball mice over optical, but you just get used to them in day-to-day use, you know. I can see why people like optical mice. I'm not bashing on them. I just like ball mice. It's got balls of plastic in this one. It's very light. What I should have done is I should have tried playing it with the GM6. It's one of them old ones with the big square buttons like that protrude out of it. Yeah, I think the wavetable's going to lag a little bit. It's not the strongest wavetable card, the Maui. It doesn't like drum rushes and shit that much. That thing was made for them. That little 68k that's on it may be a little bit lacking. We don't need to go in there at all. We don't need to go here at all. That's where it would have been if I'd gone to the right of the building. I can get an entry to where I want to be from here. No, can I? Is it that? No. Yeah, it is. So I can get an entry from here to where I want to be. There we go. This is where I want to be. Screw you, Slimers. Nobody likes you. Very well, I will. You only have to ask once. I forgot there was a turn there. I'll never forgive them for those explosions. First time I played it, stood in the elevator. You know, I rode the elevator down like, here, the explosions won't get me now. They knew. They knew. Well, you shouldn't have given me that view, Mood. Oh, damn. The wall didn't stick out as far. 1.5 at least, because that's what this is, but 1.4 maybe does. 1.3 I don't think does, and presumably the earlier ones, but we don't encounter them in shareware episodes. And Lame Duke has no quick kick, so I don't know whether it was supposed to happen back then. Manual still has beta artwork for the Slimers. Well, that fixed him. Where's the chain gun in this level? I don't remember. We will get a chain gun sooner or later, so I'm not too worried. I can work with... Maybe I can't work with... Well, we'll work with pipe bombs for now. What was that fucking thing? Do we get one in the... Maybe. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's a times door. Oh, blue key's over there. Yeah, tanks a bit there. I mean, we're drawing a lot of sectors. Apparently, Duke It Out in DC will run on like a 486, but I'm not sure I believe that so much as somebody just copy-pasted the specs for the base game, you know? Oh, I picked it up already. Okay. Did you have to put blocking on the flags? Come on, man. That's not on. You're supposed to turn that off. That's like one of them realism over gameplay things. Howdy, gamer dude. Red key's down here, isn't it? Yes. I think that's that level. I never noticed that wall's recessed there before. Odd design choice, but... well, so be it. I want my chain gun. Where's my fucking chain gun? I'm going to have a look. Maybe it's in that other room. Ah, there it is. Seems like a good candidate to test it out on, and it seems to work. Yeah, that goes... Ah, I knew it was down that fucking hole. Never mind, it didn't take that much more time. I could have left without it, but I think we're going to be better off with it, because we get ambushed pretty hard to start the next level. I quite like the music that they chose for this one. Yeah, well, that's not good. Insert that right, yeah.
From a new one.
Fucking 1 meg of cash in this fucking thing. Stupid.
Come get some.
Yeah, I've no idea where this MIDI's from. I'm kind of curious. Because if it's a song I don't know it, sounds vaguely familiar. Where did he go? I saw one there. I didn't shoot him down. Maybe he went out of bounds. It's rare, but it can happen. And this game doesn't unload things that go out of bounds that much. You know we can skip this level, right? What you want to do is use them steroids you picked up on the last level. You'll just walk straight up there, but I don't know if we get any more, and I might need them, so I don't want to use them. But I'll do this, even though it's a little slow without them. Doesn't matter, it's not that slow. I'm probably about halfway there. Getting used to the mouse. The wheel doesn't do anything on it. I could probably hook that up to something. I forgot it to do that. Maybe I did it on purpose just to frustrate everybody. But yeah, basically this up here, the key exits the fucking level, so if you just steroid up here, you'll be able to basically walk straight up it. You've got to do it, well with the steroids you'd probably just walk straight, but without them you're going to have to stray for them like that. But yeah, that key leaves the level. I'm going to do the level anyway. But just to prove you don't have to, you can just completely skip it. We're a little slow there. Still, it feels good. Like, having played Doom, you start appreciating why Duke Nukem 3D was like such a big fucking deal back then. It just plays so much better. Well, fucking stop trying to hit me and hit me. The next one's going to totally earn me, isn't it? People even say that anymore? I don't think people say that anymore. Only noobs doing the same old thing. Ah, there is more steroids, so you can totally do that and then come back for these ones and you can go into the next level with steroids still. But yeah, it's like little things like bullet holes in the wall. I mean, that was a big deal when I first played this game. I remember being really impressed by that. It's a small detail, you know, they're just wall sprites, but I've never seen it before. Now, don't we take mandatory damage here? I think we take mandatory damage here, you know. We don't have any trip mines to save us, so yeah, there we go, mandatory damage. That's not good level design, I've got to be honest. I don't like doing that. Unless there's a med kit at the bottom, which the first level of the game does. Oh, we can get it back, technically, but...
Much better.
Oh yeah. I'll get us back up to 100%. It's running pretty well so far, I gotta say. I'm sure it's going to tank in Smithsonian Terror and shit, but... I'm sure it'll tank on that subway level, and I hate that level, and I can't remember how to do it. Like, I haven't practiced this. I did fire it up to see if it was working, but that's about it. Yeah, we could have done with those before we jumped down the fucking hole, you bastards. So you can save yourself from fall damage with the lasers. If you stick one on the wall just before you land, it stops you. We're never going to use these, I'll just show you. You should notice how he jams like in place for a moment while he's putting it on the wall. You can't fall while you're putting them on, so it cancels fall damage out. You can't climb with them, unfortunately. It doesn't work that way. You can't, even if you're like frame perfect, you can't jump off of that. Because the game doesn't think you're on the ground. There are some odd flags about, like the player touching the ground, whether they're on a sprite bridge, and what sector the sprite bridge belongs to, and shit like that is all kind of kept track of in ways that don't seem immediately, I don't know. You can... I don't know. I don't know what real use it is, like, now that it's exposed to, like, the con interpreter in Egypt. I don't know what you can really do with that. Oh, I do remember there's been a troll here, though. It's raining. It's pouring. The old guy is boring. I think it is called the rain, so... Oh, slow, slow. It's okay, it was good enough. Now we can just jump off the side if we have to come back. Right, there we go, that basically gets us to where that key was, and you can leave the level normally now. I don't remember there being anything useful down there. We'll go and have a look, but yeah, it just seems to be an ammo pit, as in it will use ammo to come down here. Oh, and it's a secret as well, so I guess there's that. You get an atomic health. It's not a total waste, but... is it really worth it? I don't know about that, because we've got to do this shit again. Just waste shotgun, it's fine. See, what? Oh no, I see what's happening there. I don't think we can strafe jump over there either, you know. Could have used the steroids. Yeah, it's not looking like we can cheat the system here, is it? Maybe if you were really, really precise. But that's fine, we'll just do the fucking puzzle, which, as you can see, is not much fun in this game, because the shooting isn't entirely accurate. And I don't think you can push the switches through the wall. I don't know how we can leave. Which side is it on? I think it's that side. I think this is where we came in, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let's go this way then. Might as well pick up any goodies they've got left. 9 frames a second looking at 8 frames a second looking that way. It's not CPU friendly. This is a Diamond Stealth Video 2001, so it's a Trio 64 card. It has an MPEG chip strapped to the side of it, so we can play video CDs on this thing. Ah, sorry, my sinuses are... Hay fever's kicking in. There's just nothing you can do about it. Anyone who suffers from it will know, I'm sure. Cigarette on the go. But yeah, fucking Trio 64 PCI, 2 megs of RAM stuck on it. Nah, it's a bit slow though. I've noticed Diamond's cards are slower than the alternatives, and I don't know why. Sometimes noticeably. Like I had a Varge in my K5 that was the Stealth 3D 2000. What have I done with that piece of shit? Because it was on here. So here's the problem: you start tidying up and it makes more mess initially, and you can't find anything for weeks, and to find it you end up making a mess again. Yeah, I don't know, but I had like the basically the Varge version of the same card, And it's noticeably slower than every other Varge I've got. And the two Stealth 64s I have are slower than just the generic ones. I don't know what Diamond did to them to do that. Because that Varge is noticeably slow. Like, even my Mach 64 is pretty much the same speed, and it really shouldn't be. Like, Mach 64s are more Windows oriented. And it is really good in Windows, that card. And the drivers actually work. Diamond's Windows 95 drivers for the 3D 2000 don't work properly. The MPEG accelerator on it. You can install the drivers for it, but they won't do anything. The ATI is kind of weird about that as well, because they refer to it as software MPEG on theirs, where it's actually been done in hardware, at least partially. Is that the more fucking... No, it was the parking meter. Fucking smashed. Oh, it's not breakable. I wonder if they're explodable. I'm not wasting ammunition to find out. I want to get myself back up to 50 health before I go in there. That wasn't a good choice because the ambient sound is going to slow the game down a little bit. Probably not noticeably, but I'm trying to conserve CPU here. Yeah, maybe, but they're expensive and they're not really worth it from what I've seen. Like, it's not gonna be that much of a boost. I'm just gonna use my med kit, we'll get another one. I don't know that it'll make things any faster in here. The CPU's gonna tank long before the card does. Even then, the memory on this thing isn't that quick. I mean, it's parity RAM, and it's stuck using pretty slow timings because it breaks the capture card if you start being silly. Yeah, it is. I like this MIDI on this card because this Maui card has this really grotty 90s piano in it. And I'm going to use it for a song I want to do at some point. Oh, lots of sprites. There we go. I don't know, I just like that piano sample. Especially when it's playing something like that. The sound card's a MediaVision Pro Audio Spectrum 16 in this, but there's a Turtle Beach Maui wavetable card stuck to the bottom of the machine, so that's where the MIDIs are coming out of. Isn't there a shrinker in here or something? There's our medkit. We should have used the last of the old one, but I mean it would only had like 12 in it. No, the shrinker's not in here. Yeah, Turtle Beach Maui, I don't think it's a particularly common wavetable. And it's not the strongest, it does lag in places, and it is going to slow the game down, and like, I might end up turning the music off on one of the levels if it gets too slow. Nowhere near as bad as a sound canvas slows things down. Like, so people neglect is like, the SCC-1 sounds like shit and slows the machine down because it just hammers the fucking interrupts as far as I can tell. I swear the yellow key's over here. It is. Where are those? I can hear them. They must have spawned if they're triggering and I can't see them. There's much behind there, isn't there? Yeah. Shit! That was a bad move. Well, we'll chain gun them. Might be using this medkit soon. Howdy, Alex Viralata. Ah, this is where I heard the Lizman. I'm not going to try and squeeze through that. I think it'll probably kill me if I did. It probably goes in that. Well, it gives me health. That's good. Right. It was this. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Let's do that. That was a waste of shotgun ammo. Should have used a pistol, but I'm not playing serious at this. It doesn't matter. I'm just having fun. I'm trying to win, but I'm not like going for it proper. You know me, I do things at a leisurely pace. I can't break the can. Of course, I don't think it runs any new code Duke It Out in DC. I think it just basically changed the levels and that's it. Yeah, there is a shrinker in this map, but I'm not going to go looking for it that much, but I'm amazed I remember as much about the levels as I do. I can't do too many things at once. I'm trying to smirk and play and not get killed. One of these has, I'm sure one of these has a switch or something. Maybe a hidden switch. How does it work? I'll come back to that. Or doesn't it cause that to... Okay, yeah, I remember that. But I'm sure there's something that opens up over there. I swear there's a thing in the wall here. I'm not going to waste time looking for it. We'll just assume it's there and miss it. S3, I don't mind S3 stuff. At least up to the Varge. The Varge is okay as long as you're not trying to do 3D acceleration with it, but 3D acceleration sucked then anyway, so I'm not going to begrudge it for that shit. You know, it's just as bad as everything else. It should be over here, I think. If there's dudes over here, we won't have killed them yet, so it's worth bearing in mind. Yeah, we can probably bug our way out on the other end. I think we need a key, so that might not be helpful. Good. Forgot about that one. Right, well, anyway, other side. Oh no, I thought they were across. I thought I was going to be able to shut it without it. What? How did that hit me? That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that game. Yeah, this should be the one with the path. Well, logical thing to do. Oh. And you see, Lizman, the smart thing to do would be to run away as soon as you see the pipe bomb come round the corner. But you didn't, and that's natural selection at work. That's better at crowd control, so we'll switch to the shotgun for now. Red card should be down here, I think. And that's all we need to exit the level. And the exit should be through where that force field was. It's going to tank the frame rate. It's going to spawn a good few sprites. These steam hiss sprites are fucking going to cause a bunch of problems for us in this expansion. Let's use pipe bombs as missiles, as we don't have a missile launcher. And it seems to stock us on those fairly well, this thing, so we might as well just use them up. Fucking slimers, I can't be bothered with them. There you go. Leave them a gift, why not? And there's everything this level needs. There is a visual bug at the very top of the screen there, for a moment. There's like a weird couple of lines that weren't drawing right. I don't know if you could see that on the stream. It wasn't anything that eventful. That goes out to the street, that one doesn't. Oh shit, I'm out of shotgun. Okay, well, just use the chain gun for now. Oh, I thought he was dead. So I got shot from behind there, I'm sure I did. I wouldn't fire for it, so my fucking mouse is sucking ass. I end up using my medkit here. Take the risks. So here's a thing you can do in this game. Yeah, it looks safe enough. We'll just go in the next level with this. I think it's Smithsonian Terror, so... Does it start dangerous, though? It might start dangerous. Cock in. Cock in, cock out. Yeah, this MIDI might cause us a couple of problems. Can't remember my way around the vents, because this level's a fucking maze. A lot of people hate this level, and I can totally understand why. You know what, I really should save the game at some point. We haven't done that yet. Thought it crashed then. See, that's SCSI for you. It doesn't do well with small drive access. I don't believe this is where I want to be, is it? Or is it? I don't think it is. I think it's the other way. Shit. Damn it. There's a frame rate. Well, we're still within playable realms for the most part. It's very strange how it performs this, how it dies off in certain places. Oh yeah, these are transport elevators, so yes, they would be susceptible to that bug. Oh shit. I can't even hide on the corner with these. I don't like hiding from things, it makes me feel like a pussy, but sometimes you got to do it. Okay, I'm getting these vents, and I think if I go over to the... Oh dear. There should be a split. That'll be the security office, so... Should go up. There should be a ramp going up. And one of these. I don't think it's this one, but it may be. No, it's not that way. But it is in these vents, so once you get in these vents, you're not going to worry too much. That goes down, that's... this looks more like it. There we go. I think this elevator will take us back there, or was it that way? Yeah. Good question. No one knows. We're going to find it out in the morning. Ooh. Lag.
The Living Ocean. Take a tour of the sea with Duke Nukem.
Yeah, no thanks. I think we'll just do it this way. Yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit crooked here, but that's fine. We can do it. Because conveniently, there is an unlock button on this side of the door that we need. So I'm sorry, but fuck doing the puzzling here, man. It takes forever. Yeah, you see, my first machine didn't have a graphics card. It had onboard graphics. It wasn't that quick. It was Cirrus Logic. I don't know. I would imagine it connected via ISO, so 386 SLC. Yeah, see, some of them Tridents are okay. Like, they're not the fastest, but they're not necessarily as crappy as people make them out to be. Now, putting that key in here was vital, because otherwise you'll be trapped in there. You can't get back out, so... We need to be in the Ancient World section, which is upstairs. I think this one goes up. I think think the collision went a bit fucking crap there. I don't really have an explanation. That's the space shit. We don't want to go that way. Now this way looks promising, I think. There's a bridge. Yes. Wow, there's no handrails on that bridge. Which floor? Oh no, it's like textured 3000 whatever. I mean, everything's going to look a bit grainy. I'm playing at a really low resolution, because otherwise the frame rate's going to go to shit. I mean, it's only like a socket 4 Pentium. It doesn't have, like, infinite power. Yes, this way. And there's annoying shit here, I seem to remember. Not just yet, but certainly could. Let me see. Get us an atomic health. Good. There we go. Yeah, this is the way. This is where we want to be. I think there's a dude back down. Yeah. There we go. He jumped up to us. Can't go that way yet. Go this way, though. Oh, I hate this section. Sucks. We're gonna rush. Ah, stupid mouse. There we go. We never have to go back there, so fuck losing a bunch of health and shit to deal with that. There's no real reason to. The game's not gonna, like, punish us for not doing it. It's not like we get anything special for doing 100%. So, skip those enemies and pick every fucking resource up there, because you never have to come there again. I mean, I just come everywhere. Because I'm getting the feeling of coming. When I'm in the gym. Oh, yeah, don't spawn too many sprites, man. Fucks things up. Nah, I can't do it though. We'll have to go through the crusher. Why would you have a crusher in a museum? Ah, more problems with those steam hisses, you see. We're going to take damage without... I mean, I guess it does put us here where we can get the health back, but... Man, we totaled this bathroom. I'm not paying for it when the museum floods. If anyone asks, it was the aliens. Right, we need to be back up to Ancient Wilds. It's up... oh shit. I think it was up here? So it is. Convenience. It's very convenient. That's, see, the designers weren't total dicks with this level. If you just kind of feel it out, it's not too bad. That's a respectable time, personally.
Let's rock.
Capital punishment! He's a dirty and evil man. No one wants to know. He could be living in your town, the side of a rapist dancing show. Ya guys come to me, stalking victims in the streets. When it happens, no one's... the worst graphics card. Fucking hell, man. The actual graphics card? I'm tempted to say the Showtime Plus just because it doesn't really work properly. Which it's actually an ET4000, so I don't know how they managed to break the fucking thing. But at the same time, I respect the things. It was really ambitious. You know, they tried to put video CD and capture and everything on one card, but it just didn't work very well. I'm in a minority though, because I hate 3D FX boards. I don't use them. I think they're just trash. They never work properly for me. None of the games I play seem to support them, so to me they're just paperweights. I don't know, they made it really slow as well, like, which I have two versions of the show time. One of them's slow, one of them's not, so I think they fixed it, but it doesn't give me a version number, so I don't know which one's later for sure. I assume the later one's the faster one. It also masks port 220, so it fucks with Sound Blaster cards with this crystal codec that's on it, but that codec doesn't act like an actual sound card. That's what I was waiting for. So I don't know how they broke that, but like I said, I kind of respect the thing just for its ambition, that it tried to do a lot of stuff. I mean, for 94, it's a really sophisticated piece of kit, but it's too sophisticated, it was too ambitious. And the driver support's damn near non-existent. They like wrote one driver and that was it. It's like, ah, fuck you, game. It's a good job we have save games. Alright, let's try and hurry up and get back to where we were. Was there anything good in that dumpster? I don't think there was. Let me out! If we can't get in them windows or get through the door without bump jumping, how are we supposed to do it, I wonder? Because I don't think I've ever checked that. I'm not going to, because it's just a waste of time, but... I mean, technically games are a waste of time, I guess, when you stop to think about it, but... Well, does that Kazan card... All I can think of is that goddamn... That fucking Shaquille O'Neal movie, when I hear that But if it works, it's obviously better by default because it actually works. Oh, we can make efficient use of ammunition, though. Get shot a little bit, that's not a big deal. Yeah, okay, just throw that there. IDI. For saving the loading, it should be, just because of how small the access is. The SCSI is going to tank the machine slightly in this case, just because the read and write's so small. If you do like a really long sequential write or something, SCSI is definitely faster. Like when I'm using the capture card in this and recording with it and stuff, then it comes into its own and it's just going to piss all over an IDE card. Because this is like, you know, it's a Pentium board, but it doesn't actually have onboard IDE or anything. It looks like a 486 board almost. Yeah, those explosions are bullshit. That got us last time. I'm not going to bother saving the game, I don't feel particularly worried. It's nothing over. These fires are shit though, because you just can't avoid them. There's like a slight element of randomness, I think, as to whether they damage you, but to all intents and purposes, you're going to get damaged. I thought they had a wall flashing, and I was going like, did they really waste the sector on that? But no. Oh, God. The alignment, they've tried to do something with it, though, I'll give them that. Oh man, the flag's hit scan. They're not only blocking, but they're hit scan sensitive as well. That's just fucking glorious. I'm still soon to play this then, that Caribbean add-on. I know someday that the pressure's going to be too great and I'll cave and play it. I just fucking did Doom, didn't I? Never playing that again. That was... You see, in all fairness to Doom 2, I had some fun playing that, but it had to spit in my fucking face. What was that noise? I had something weird, like actually in the room. It's probably just mice. But, as in I think it was my mice. That final boss, man, that was a spit in the fucking face. After all that, I want a fucking boss fight, and you just give me a fucking wall. The fight is with how busted the goddamn mechanics are, because you expect platforming in a game that has no fucking platforming controls. I was insulted by that. Oh, yeah, he had the music stutter then. I think there's too many sectors in here. I mean, there's quite a lot of sectors for a map of this age. Like nowadays, this would be like one corner. that alien abductee map I built, it probably uses more sectors than that in just one fucking segment of corridor. And I don't think I'm that heavy on sectors and walls compared to some people. Oh shit.
Piece of cake.
I know. We need health. I must get health. Sorry. Oh, what's her there? Ruined? But never mind. Oh yeah, we'll get downstairs. Devastator. I've lost my confidence because I really should shotgun them and boot them at the same time, and then they'll just go down instantly. I don't feel comfortable enough with this mouse yet. It's this way, isn't it? It's not the best security in the world, this really, is it? Imagine if the president was here or something. Well, we could just leave, technically, but I guess we'll shoot this fucking fuckhead. I mean, it's taken all that time to ride up that elevator from his room of Asian ladies and stuff down there. I'm not kidding, that is a thing. I'll just use some of by accident, I don't think I do.
Guilty.
I think these are the only use of the babe sprites in this whole thing. Oh, your elevator texture's not right there. I guess nobody was meant to see it, and then particularly adventurous players who would cheat. I reckon there's no way to get down there without cheating. I don't. No, because that's cheating. So, yeah, there's no legit way to get into that room. I don't know if there's anything else like that in this expansion. Like, if there's anything I don't know about it. Yeah, it's on the other side. See, this to me suggests that their new performance was bad in this map, because I think this is just to, like, stop it. You've been able to draw the full length of this area. And unfortunately, as those aren't ceiling doors and there's just a tiny, like, one build unit gap in them, it means that it's going to draw the sectors on the other side of them when we're facing in that direction. This floor here is, no, that is a different sector, okay, so at least facing this way it won't be drawing the whole thing. I would have been surprised if they'd just put one long sector there, I've got to be honest. You know, I think there's a jetpack at the bottom of that. If not, I'm going to no-clip out, because I'm not going back again. No, there is a jetpack, so that may be useful. It may be beneficial to drop off of there, you know? I don't think the slimes are going to bother us, but yeah, we'll murder them anyway, just to be safe. Slimers have an ass. I mean, they don't look like they have an ass to me. Well, they might do. There's probably porn of it on the internet. Still no porn of fucking Scissor Woman Jemima on the internet, so the internet is failing. I'll just have to pay somebody to make some of that stuff. It's like, I'm not even into that shit, but it disappoints me that it's not there. I'm just going to have to employ somebody to draw some. Yeah, more mandatory jetpack. We need a fucking jetpack to get out of here. So you would have to go down there, I guess. That's actually a dick move. Like, I like the use of sprites there. That's pretty good. There's nothing trying to kill us down there. So mine was probably that goddamn 486, which now is a really good 4. You just sort of see the edge of it here. But yeah, it was kind of built out of scrap. It was the only machine I had for like a decent part of 2004 and into a 5, like 33 megahertz. Trying to do video shit on it. I didn't really know enough about the board to know how the cache jumpers worked or anything. Too scared to play with them, so it was set wrong and it used to crash. And the CMOS battery was missing, so I couldn't turn it off. So it just had to run constantly. And, oh dear. I don't know what window I have selected, so I just pressed the wrong keyboard. Hopefully nothing bad happened. I don't imagine this level's going to run very well, gotta be honest. Hang on, are those sectors exactly the same though? Was it? Oh, no, I know what that was. I don't know why I did that. Doing at 10 frames a second in here, it doesn't perform well in this level. Cyberella. It did, because it was like years later I came and fixed it and found out like, oh shit, this thing's actually like really, really fucking good when it's set up right. Ah, so at least we know where this music's from. I don't know, but it's pretty annoying. It's a very short loop. Sounds like some sort of fucking news report or something. I'll probably turn it off to get some frames back. What are we, like 11, 12 frames a second here? Let's turn the music off. Yeah, we'll get back like it's actually not that much of a speed improvement. It's like only a couple of frames a second apparently. Was it this train we took? There's one that lets you blow up a shitter to get out on the track. Yeah, Tyrion. I only vaguely remember what that is. Ah, right. We're going to have a little bit of audio fighting in here, I think. There's the audio fighting. Oh, let me get up here. I'm technically cornering myself, but I was hoping it would be enough that it would undraw the tracks, but I'm not sure it is because they're still within view. There'll be nothing over there. Hang on, isn't the key hidden behind a... Just howdy, useless ragdoll, I've been doing fine. Bunch of boring shit, but... hopefully likewise, I guess. Are there any trains on this... did I get on the platform from this side? Ah, well that isn't going to help us very much, is it? Because... oh no, there'll be no trains down here, that's for fucking sure. But yeah, the thing with tracks is if there's two tracks near each other, using a map to see which ones you've been on isn't going to help, because the track has to be one sector, so it's going to draw the whole fucking track on the auto map. I mean, I think you can technically send the trains into another sector, but it's not going to work very well. I was going to say, I thought I heard Octobrains, apparently I did. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm just going to use that portable medkit, because we've got to fight frame rates before we fight these Octoscummers here. I want to get off of this platform, I don't like it, and my CPU doesn't like it. There's no way this would run on it. Probably. I would imagine probably some Russian map, just because they seem to make a lot of train station maps. But then I think Russia has a lot of fucking train stations, it thinks is a big country. Yeah, I don't know, Shadow probably wouldn't run too bad on here.
Hail to the king, baby.
Let's try it sometime. Yeah, there should be trains running on this track. Proper expansions, there's like 3. There's like this, there's Caribbean, there's Nuclear Winter. But then you have your shitty fucking shovel crap like Duke Zone. And then you have 20-some years of user content now. I could have pressed F6, it would have been faster. Yeah, it was more Space Invaders still hasn't got old stuff. Let's be smart and use that before we load the bomb up. I heard monsters roar about that. I think we just blew him up while I was stacking it down. Yeah, it can be. The standards for it are pretty good by now, though. Like, you don't really get noob maps that much anymore. Except mine. Hey, hang on a minute, this is an active rail. Oh man. No, that's not good. I can hear a train. Yeah, there's definitely trains in here. And one's about to pass us. Maybe we can get on it. Oh, it's going to the wet. I need to get on it. Fucking hell, that was risky. Ah, maybe we need to be over there. Fuck. I wanted to go that way, game. Hang on, so are we required to get on this train? Because it looks like we wouldn't be able to get in here. But no, there is some really good user content out there. I see how this bit of the map works now. Now I understand it. Okay, I remember this platform. Yeah, that train's not in you. How many sectors did we use? Yeah, the train's quite a ways away. Oh shit. I don't think there's much I can do here to save frame rate short of shrinking the screen, and I don't want to shrink the screen. You see, Doom user content is this. There is some very creative things for that. I honestly respect people who would fucking make shit for that, just because it's like, why? Basically, why would you invest so much time into it? Well, I mean, people are dedicated to that game, and fair play to them. You know, if they want to do that, power to them. Of course, they just rip me off every 5 minutes. Oh, let's make a fucking lawnmower fucking thing. Let's make fucking kart racing or whatever. There is an entrance to a secret level in this map, and it's somewhere in this general fucking area, but I don't remember where exactly it is. I will try to find it, but I'm not making promises. I don't know where that dude is. It's the unused spinning head. I'm guessing there's a dude in here or something. It almost looks like we should be able to go in there. That's bullshit. Where am I getting hit from? He has to be in there, surely. But how can he hit me? I can't hit him. Oh no, I'm not going down there. Nuts! If I'm going down, you're coming with me. Guards! I mean, they're shooting me through there. That should be enterable, right? Am I supposed to do that? Fuck knows. Oh man, that machine's busted. I just died, pig. I don't need this. Okay. Oh, we've got a key card. We're fucked on health. I should probably save before we get killed. Damn. See, I'm sure there's something like another train line that's not used. Has something to do with... Oh crap. I wasn't even pressing the button for that shot. It was like just input lag. Yeah. Oh man, how does it fucking work? I remember like jumping on a fucking vending machine or something. Ah. That can't be it, surely. That's just an atomic health. Forgive me for not remembering this. So I'm sure it was off the back of like this area. I don't even know where that key goes. But I swear it was somewhere in this area. Where there's a way into like some disused train or something. I may cheat and show them on that. I'm curious. Fuck it, do it. In completely the wrong spot, because apparently sectors still draw when you're in here. No, it's not up here. Okay, well now we know. Let's take the curve very slowly. Well, we'll figure out where that key goes. Yeah, there's a thought. Maybe that next platform. Hurry up, train! Jesus Christ, it's fucking... Well, this train service wouldn't operate for very long in fucking Japan. They'd be ending out with all them notes. Sorry I'm late, boss. It's the train service. That was very close. Yeah, I think this may be it. This may be the secret level. Yeah, we don't have any of that left, I would have thought. Exit. Yeah, I don't get those, but I get fucking hay fever. Sucks. And it's different every yard, so it's not like you can get used to it. This expansion has a thing for blowing holes in toilet walls for some reason. Your locked doors did not stop me. Fucking hell! Wow, they don't want you getting in there. This is a fucking fun train. I'll be glad to see the back of this level. Not that I imagine the next one's going to run any better. It seems we're getting worse the farther we go. But I said when I played this before, I started the game on this system, I will finish it on this system. And I will finish it on this system, one way or another. Why is the frame rate so bad here? Who built this level and how did they build it? It shouldn't be that bad. I know it's going to get me eventually, that pit. Some of those things have been tall, like I feel the strain now. It's like, that's going to turn into pain as I age, I'm sure of it. I'm going to roll a cigarette. Ah, just like music room, why not? Polyphony limit reached, I guess. I don't think there's too many chords in this song. Someone's probably just leaning on a sustain pedal somewhere. I don't have Kirkwalk's hands to have a look at it, because I would have to look at it on this machine. It means turning the game off, and I don't really want to do that. Although it would be quite fast in Windows, given we now don't have to run a fucking page file, so everything's just going to run out of RAM regardless. But, still too much time for my liking. Hang on, this isn't that fucking heart rail floor, is it? No, 'cause I was thinking I'm studier, it's probably just running my boots out. The fuck did everyone have to use that third rail texture where trades were anyway? Isn't the fact that trade's gonna come and kill you enough of a deterrent? I mean, there's two textures that look exactly the same. One of them hurts you, one of them doesn't. I don't remember how this level works, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Fucking bastard! Put that fucking drone there. Oh, you have picked the wrong fucking day, Piggy. You have picked the wrong fucking day. I just got fucking killed in the face by a fucking drone. I don't know, I think they knew what they were doing, these people, when they put that there. Waste of shotgun ammo, but fine. Can't go back yet. It's weird there how this MIDI plays on this card. I'm not sure why it would do that. I feel like I've missed the secret. So we have men's room or men's room. No women allowed. That's good. I'm guessing you just hand them the bucket or something. Like, there you go. Having said that, I mean, this place is full of aliens. Probably don't want women in the building because the aliens do tend to like kidnapping them for some reason. Well, we know why, but some health back. Yeah, no mirror. You see, that tells me they knew the performance was tanking. Yeah, Redneck Rampage is a game of wasted potential. It looks great, but fucking hell, man, it doesn't fucking play great because everything's just fucking grey. Like, oh, it picks up a nondescript grey key. I wonder which nondescript grey door this goes in. I'm sure I had to go this way first. Oh, I guess not. Fuck it. If we have to, I'll come back here. There'll be stuff trying to kill us down here, so... Come on, man, there's not even that many sectors here. Are these maps corrupt? I'd urge you to try playing this on the same sort of hardware. But I don't think there's that many Socket 4 Pentiums in the world, and probably for very good reasons. That sounded like a Battlelord. There better not be a Battlelord in here. I don't remember there being a Battlelord in here. I'd be very displeased if there is. There's nothing up there, is there? I'm pretty certain there's nothing up there.
Who wants some?
Certainly find out. No, nothing up there. I know there's drones in one of them. So we've got that going for us. Yeah, I never liked Doom games. I just thought they were fucking boring. Unrefined. They don't control well. They don't play well. The level design blows. And the only level I fucking liked, everybody else hated. Apparently. Like, I did some fucking research, like, oh yeah, the chasm, that level's horrible. That was the only fucking good one. Yes, I think it opens that one on the end. Oh, there's the fucking drones, you bastard drones. No. Fuck off. Fuck off. Ah, you see the slope shadow shit there? Oh, that switch is fucking timed as well, that's nice. How wonderfully considered. What the hell? Oh, it had sewers, it was like narrow walkways and shit. I still got a jetpack. There's not even anything good in. What the fuck? What's the point in opening that then? It's pointless. But I was not impressed by the Doom shit, man. It was poorly designed. I'm sorry, but it's poorly designed from a company that's already established, like id, but then it's id. I wouldn't expect any different because half the time they can't even make a game that'll even fucking run. So making one that actually plays well is evidently beyond them once they move beyond Keen, because that actually does play kind of well most of the time. Even that had its share of bullshit though. Yeah, we've been in there already. Oh great, mines. At least not bounce mines, nobody ever uses those things. Come back for that later. Yeah. Fuck you, lizards. Still got something, I don't know whether... Nah, it's just a wall. It's strange, this level. I'm really not... I know what they were going for with it, but... I don't like or dislike this. I guess it's kind of cool, but... I don't know, it's just a bit of a misfit, really.
I'm gonna get medieval on your ass.
You see, Call of Duty suffers from, like, id syndrome in that it doesn't run on my machines well. I played the fast one on a fucking Pentium D and the whole thing ran at like 3 frames a fucking second. And I never figured out why, because pretty much every fucking Quake 3 engine game does on that. But then at least it ran them, a lot of my machines weren't. Ah! We had Tyler! I don't know if anyone caught that. I mean, I'm streaming at 60 frames, it should be, and see it if you were fast enough. We actually just had Tyler spawn. That's really interesting. Does that normally happen with spawners? At least with Liz troops when they come... I mean, it must be a HT Picnum thing. I would imagine. I shouldn't be changing his Picnum like that because he'll be using the C-stat flag to make him invisible. Surely, because I mean, he used to still cast a shadow and shit. It must be C-stat flag. That tile should never appear. I'm baffled now. I'm going to have to look into that. And yeah, howdy, bro. Why do I feel like I missed whatever that switch just did? No, I didn't. It's not timed. Or if it is, it's timed longer than... Ah, that'll be a crane, won't it? Yes, it will. Let go of me, crane. I'll put myself down. Fuck, enough with the drones! You know what? I've decided, don't come in this secret level. It's not worth it. Because it's got fucking drones everywhere. I saw a crack in the wall. I didn't. There's a crack in your ass instead. Oh man, chugs in here. What happens in conveyor belts? Don't move until you can see them. And then they never stop moving. Or sometimes they do move when you... I'm not sure what the... Ah, yeah, it's actor sleep times that they'll be doing that. That'll be why. Because the shit I put on them isn't actors, so it doesn't behave the same way. The fucking antics of pushing things out of bounds so the loop doesn't actually, like, go out of whack. Because if you push a sprite through an outer wall on a level with a conveyor belt, actors I don't know about so much. No, they will, because I've done it. The code that's moving them, it can't stop moving them because it asks what sector it's in, and it returns -1, i.e. out of bounds. Push build. Okay. But... No, I've never played it. But yeah, because of that, the code, I'm guessing, checks. A lot of the code checks, you know, and it's like, basically, as long as it's not sector -1, run the code, because otherwise you're probably going to get fucking overflows and divide by zeros and just all kinds of weird shit that you don't want. And because it returns -1, it never runs the code for moving, you know, the sprite on the belt again. Which means it never stops moving unless it hits another sector. Which can be a belt going the opposite way. And then you use less sectors, and you don't have to worry about them going off-centre on the corners. Ah, well, it's shading value been changed on this instead of texture. So some textures do have animations for flashing, though. Mostly for walls. Oh, that blue key gets used in... Okay, that wasn't actually all that complicated. I'm guessing... Nah, so I wasn't a million miles off. I'm sure you could infer a joke from that. Yeah, it's odd, this music. I don't really know where they were trying to go with it, and it doesn't play properly on this card. It's a little bit too heavy for it. Somebody's written the MIDI a little bit funny, and I have no idea where it's from. I know we had fucking Turrican or whatever, Tyrigan before. No, it's a drone, we can't use it like that. Oh no. Oh, that's a carry hit. The red key's up on top of some of these, you need to... Fuck. I don't know, isn't it another one of them Space Invaders games? You've played one, you've played them all. Oh, we're gonna say, I think we're about to get killed. Oh no. All the way back there. Well, we know that shit's all a waste of time now, so... Same with that shit. 99.9% of all that shit. Ah, there must be an RPG somewhere, I don't know where that is. Oh, there's still a drone. Fuck you, drones. Fuck you, drones. Oh yeah, they blow up through walls because it's within range. It's just a range check, I think. Give me that bomb back, we'll pick it up in a second. I don't think we're going to miss anything too important by not going around here, but we'll go around here just to be sure. It's a mixed bag, this level. It's not a bad level, but man, is it clunky in places. Especially with the frame rate going to shit like this. that there's a wall? Ah. Oh no, that's where you come out. I get it. That's why there's a wall there. Well, now we know there's nothing in here, we can basically just push through it. And hope we don't get drones too hard. You fucking... Gah! Don't do that. Kicking explosive barrels is not good for your health. Turns out, I know that's like great news to everybody. Nobody had ever thought, you know, it's weird. I think kicking explosive barrels would be good for you. I'm just going to use my med kit. We know we can get another one. It's perfect, 9%. That's a drone. Yeah, it is. I think there's one behind me. Yeah. I think we just smacked into one. What was even in there? I don't remember. Some mild stuff. Okay. Oh, we'll take it. Fuck you, lizard. Oh, you don't want to go down. There we go. Problem solved. I hate having to do things again. So we're going to quick save the game. And I'm going to pick up a new med kit.
Where is it?
The thing is, why I started at those before, because I'm like, there's something here, I don't remember. I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Let's try not to get killed this time. Yeah, I picked that up. Okay. I'm gonna just go get some health back.
Much better.
I don't know about that. Certainly abuse them quite heavily though. It just seems to be my thing to just play everything like under spec. I'm not going to change, I'm just going to keep doing it. You know, it always seems to work out eventually. I'm not going to run the game fast, you just got to run it. It's good enough. High frame rates are overrated. To be honest, I don't think it's doing too bad. And we're playing in the detail turned up. We could shrink the screen down and shit, but no, I'm not going to try and hump jump through that. That's a locker door texture. So the red key's up on top of one of these. I don't remember which one. Fuck you, drone. You're going down, drone. Oh shit. How did that not kill it? I can get good frame rates, but not on this machine with this expansion. The vanilla game should be okay, I would think. They really need to knock it off with those drones. It's incredibly annoying. Oh, that's what fucking lag will do for you. Fuck! So we take that. I don't think we're meant to go this way, but... Oh, really? Ah, oh, fucking hell, where even is that? What am I going to say? We're going to take a hit here, aren't we? See, that's that vent system where we hit the med kit. Ah, we shouldn't have killed all that. No, he's not going to give us enough height. So we might as well kill him, because yeah, I ain't going to get enough of a boost off of him. Needed one of the Liz men to do this. You know what? We should still have that jetpack from the previous levels. The game gave us that jetpack. It's not cheating. Fucking... I think the Slimers are killing it. Because there are a bunch of them moving around. And that's using up cycles. Also, we don't have a detailed debug readout in here to... Fucking drones. Drones and lizards, that's fucking just what I want. All I want for fucking Christmas is drones. And these things are used to seem futuristic. Now they almost seem like, you know, it's a reality. You could have these things now, these drones, in real life. And that's scary. Oh no. Drone, you picked the wrong time. Thanks, auto aim. It really helped out there. That one's in there. Kill it. Oh, how many of them is there? Yeah, well, I mean, they don't you can unstable time travel device. I want one. I really, really want one. I wonder where this is meant to be and when. Yeah, and we're back in the Ancient World section of the museum. We should steal something and then sell it to the museum. We'll make a fucking fortune. Like, yes, the lost artifact of whatever Green Pyramid Land. Oh, you mean this one? I know where it is. It's in my pocket. I'll sell it you. Look, looks like it hasn't been touched in all them years. I mean, come on. You would do that. That's a sensible use of a time machine. I mean, that's probably where shit like the Ark of the Covenant is. Fucking hell, you're asking me, like, on a 5th gen console, man, it's hard to choose. I don't like them, they suck. No, I don't have an answer to that. I'm not a fan of the N64, and I'm not a fan of the PS1, and I'm not a fan of... Oh, there's water down here. Fucking hell. I'm just not a fan of that gen, so there's a lot of bad games. There's more bad ones than there is good ones. I have more fun telling people I fucking like Earthworm Jim 3D better than the other ones. It seems to get on their nerves. I don't know why, because it has the more refined gameplay of the lot that are, you know, it's not properly refined, but it's better than Mario 64. Do all these go to the same place? All but one of them. crazy. Well, that's interesting. We're missing a hull. Where did... Oh no, there is only two. I do wonder why they thought this. Oh yeah, there was, but nowadays, you know, it just doesn't seem that far-fetched that a government or something would put bombs on one and use them to kill people. I'm amazed we haven't heard of terrorists doing this yet. Like, I don't want to give them ideas, but I mean, you know, if I was some snack bar living terrorizer, I would probably consider it, you know. It's relatively cheap, and you don't have to blow yourself up unless you're completely incompetent at making explosive devices. I feel like we're doing this in the wrong order. You still didn't set the belt fast enough to stop me. The one thing that bothers me with the idea of time machines, I mean, I don't think you'd be able to go backwards. I think forwards is the only conceivable way you could travel through time, and even though I think technically you're not travelling, everything else is. But, like, you're assuming it travels in space as well the whole time, because if it doesn't, then, you know, you're going to go back in time, and the planet wasn't in this spot, like, 4,000 years ago, or whatever, you know. So you're just going to materialise in your time machine in the middle of space or something, and immediately die. It's like, well, I guess, but you don't really hear of your average terrorist getting their hands on them. Like, they're like full-on organised terrorist groups who do that shit. The hell? I'm not sure where I'm going here, because I've just done it backwards, and it didn't seem to help us any doing that in reverse. I think there's just a key, isn't there? Isn't there like a yellow key in this area? I don't know. It's been that long since I played this properly. One thing I do seem to remember is there been a broken sprite on one of the... Oh dear. I wish I could have that rocket... Ah. Have that rocket launcher. How nice. Oh, he's still here. Get rid of him. Looks like a stay put. Hey you fat fuck. Let's keep following the water. All that effort's come this way. You don't have to be contrary. If the game tells me, like, we're going a certain way, we're going to go the opposite way. Whenever possible. Oh. That's not fucking nice, is it? Well, lizards have some manners. I'm a guest here. I've written plenty of music. Not as musical notation or whatever, because I don't know how the fuck that shit works, but I've composed things. Nothing brilliant. It seems to mildly increase, like, memory performance a little bit. This game's certainly run at better frame rates than it was, but I don't know that that's necessarily down to the cache too much. And it still chugs pretty hard on here. Yeah, well, you see, that's what I'm saying. I'm honestly amazed it hasn't happened yet. Like, you know, like I say, I don't want to give these people ideas, but it just seems like such an obvious thing to do. If I had access to a drone, I'd be more using it for voyeuristic reasons, you know. So I just can't help myself but be a bit of a pervert. But I mean, that's what this technology is for, right? What am I even looking for in this place? What is the purpose of this area? There's nothing wrong with some rock. I don't write anything like that, though. My problem is, like, I'm a synth guy, but I have, like, an affinity for writing odd-metered shit like Waltz, and it's obviously not really synth guy stuff, so I end up just doing nothing with it. What did I come here for? Like, I know the area that exits this, I know what it looks like. It's this area, this is where I wanted to be. I could have just come in here the whole time, couldn't I?
Come get some.
Now you see, there was a thing when I was a teenager, I was like mad into figure skating, largely as everyone tried pushing me to do ice hockey. Fuck ice hockey. Only dudes do ice hockey. No dudes do figure skating. Only girls do figure skating. And the occasional gay dude, but like, I'm not really interested in them, so that's of no real consequence to me. It's like, it's pretty obvious which one of these I'm going to do. Like, I want to do figure skating, because all the girls do that. And now I've immediately got a common ground to strike up a conversation. And there's like an ice rink in my town, but there's another one out in Doncaster, which is like fucking, how far away is that? It's not really far, by like the bus or whatever. And that ice rink has 2 levels. It has like a level at the top and a ramp. And as the session went on, it'd start melting, and all the water would run to the bottom. And so every time I went there, you'd always have some group of girls that'd be like hanging about at the wall, just talking to each other. And so you'd just go down the ramp full pelt and then spray ice, which isn't as easy to do on figure skates as it is on hockey skates. You can still do it if you really dig your edge in. And I remember doing it in just this arc of water, just straight on the fucking t-shirts.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
I felt real good about myself at the time. That's made my evening a lot more enjoyable than it already was. I'd probably still do the same thing now, but probably at women rather than teenage girls, as I don't think that would go down very well now, you know, I'm now like fucking 30, but yeah.
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Cigarette on standby for the next time the game kills me. I don't know, I've only died like once or twice, haven't I? And unfortunately, I can't really do ice skating now because my fucking skirts are worn the fuck out, because they must have done the equivalent of fuck knows how many hundreds of miles. They're RF4, so they have a design flaw that fucks them in the ankle anyway, and getting more of them made is not going to be easy or cheap, because they don't make them in my size. I'm like a UK size 14 or whatever, so they don't make them that big, so they have to send away for the fucking things. They have them made specifically for my fucking foot. It's hundreds of fucking pounds I don't have. Now they're the RF light, and they're fucking awful things. I'd sooner just not bother than use the RF light. Oh man, where does that key go? I don't remember where the fucking exit is. I know what the exit looks like, but I don't remember where it is. It's got to be down here. It's maybe those garage doors at the end. It's chugging. Bad. That's a red key. So it really feels like that would be enterable, but I'm not seeing any... Oh man. Stop slowing down. Ah! There we go. But fucking you had to spawn more drones, didn't you? Just get out of that. Just get out of that area. Now if the drones come here... Yeah, I'm not sure why it slows as much as it does. Still better than it did last time. I mean, like I said, I know, I got a K5 right there, I got a fucking K6 right there, but, fuck, I started on this machine, I said I'd finish it on this machine. It's just my way, I'm not going to have the game tell me I'm not completing it on here, that's not going to happen.
Hail to the king, baby.
I don't know the combination. I can't see anything that tells me the combination. So we'll just have to guess the combination. And how are we going to do that? Counting binary. Well, the machines that do this select a floor with the elevator by inputting a binary number into a series of dip switches. You fucking assholes! Why would you do that? It's trash. That was absolute trash. Okay, game. Now I'm mad. Well done. You got what you wanted. See, it gives us rockets, but they're not really all that useful against drones because drones dodge them. And so I don't like you to really rely on splash damage. Might be able to do. Ah! Well, they seem to be aware that I'm here. Let's just pick that up because we fucking need it. And then figure out what we've just caused to happen by using those switches. I mean, this looks like serious stuff they've captured. I mean, this is alien property. I can understand why the drones would be here. You know, they just want it back. Damn. I've been in this area, but I don't remember how it works. Goddamn lag. There's no reason we should lag this bad here. There has to be like some corrupt sector somewhere or something for it to be this bad. Yeah, because I don't know what's down there, but I'm assuming it's not anything that's going to be pleasant to us. Yeah, now he's going to come across to where we physically are and not try. He's probably has. Ah. Is that useful? I'm not sure, but... Yeah, these are roughly on top of one another, aren't they? No more switches in them. This is getting complicated. Just time to have a contemplation smirk. Only one of these has a... Yeah, it is. It shouldn't make a difference once the textures are actually loaded in, though. Because they just get stored in RAM after that, as long as there's enough RAM. So they sure as shit is on this now. I don't think we're going to need swap files ever again. There's no real indication as to what we're meant to do here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay, this goes to the end. But I think we have a battle mode. Then what level's after this? At groundwater? I think it's brown water after this. Fuck the drones! Oh, the music won't be helping. If I turn that off, we might get an extra couple of frames. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting it as hard as I thought it would. It's tanking us on ammo pretty hard, this. Yeah, the cash is the correct amount for this amount of memory in right-back mode, which is all this can do. Especially like even according to the data sheet. Timings have to be slow though, because otherwise the capture card starts going wacky. I don't think it's the problem, it's just the way this is built. That's only a mini battle lord, right? We can deal with that. Get off, Slimer. Where is he? Oh shit, there's two, that's right. It's okay. Problem solved. Game gave us a weapon. Might as well use it. Why do I feel like it's going to spawn another one on me? This is clearly inspired by that room in occupied territory. No, it's like I say, there's a lot of sectors and shit in these levels, a lot of walls. I suspect duking out in DC is just fucking... I do have to wonder, to be honest, whether CT mouse is partly to blame. I'm just going to take the hit. I don't have the ammo to deal with this. So the secret level is full of drones. I like the music they chose for this. Secret level's full of drones and runs us out of ammo. It's nice. It's nice. Although it does seem to replenish us when we come in here, at least on the shotgun, so that makes up for it a bit. All those sprites aren't slowing down as much here. Odd. Oops. That's not good. I don't think we have to go down there, you know. So we won't. We just won't go down there. Go down there, because I want that. Points for using a sitar. Sitar sample isn't great on this card, but... Also, I know for a fact that Polyphon is way heavier there than it is in that song in the last level, so I don't know what's up with the MIDI in there not playing right. Somebody's obviously done something crooked. I have seen some MIDI files in my time that are just so fucked up that I can't believe they fucked them up. Like, you'd have to do it on purpose, you know? Oh, yeah, fuck those. And I don't want to... Oh, did I just trigger that bug I was trying to do last time? Yeah, if you click it, if you can get a lot of, like, walls when you exit water. I'm still not quite sure how that works. Yeah, no, it runs okay in here up to now. We're getting like 60 frames a second on the fast level, you know. Oh shit. Insta-kill him. This has to be a Dark Forces inspired level in places. I don't know, there's just things about the design that really make me think of it. I think that does what we need, and we can just skip out the Dark Forces like bit down there now. We'll take the odd shortcut like that, why not? No, so we don't got to do that now. Oh yeah, there's this elevator. I quite like this. People don't do this enough. Where, you know, there's another sector under the water that's tied to the same switch. Oh, fuck, we actually got knockback off of that. Knockback's actually broke in this game because it often knocks them towards you instead of away from you. It's strange. There have been various mods that fix it over the years. That's not what I wanted. Just, what the fuck has shot the bomb in mid-air? Oh yeah, I can't get that from there, can I? Stop shooting me. You ain't got nothing better to do. Probably doesn't. They probably don't pay them very well, I wouldn't have thought. There we go, that saves a bit of fucking time. I don't see how, but we'll say it does. No, I don't need that. Right. I'm still kind of baffled by the tile Earth appearing in the last level. I'm going to have to look into that, but I don't remember enough about C to really understand it at this point. Ah, fuck you, Shark. Shit. I misjudged that horribly. Peculiar mechanisms. Nothing great in most of these, but we'll go in all of them anyway, just to be certain. Atomic healths are always welcome. And this is the way out. We're going to explode our way into a laboratory again. Of course we are. I thought there was no explosives provided for a moment, but there is. The mirror survives, one of the few mirrors. But there's design choices in the levels that tank which really tell me that they knew their performance was shit in those levels. I'm guessing they probably just made really inefficient use of walls or something. There's lots of walls, lots of sprites, and then start slowing things down pretty fast. It's not going to let us do that twice. So that's this level about done with. I think there's 2 levels left now. Thing is, actually looking at how this runs, remember that when I did the Let's Play of this, I was on that Packard Bell with like a 200 MHz MMX. I wouldn't say this was actually running any worse. Oh, it's a Packard Bell, that thing. I suppose it was going to run that, but... You know, there's a thing. Did Packard Bell ever make a Socket 4 machine? I've never heard of one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah, well, it ran bad on there. But I mean, this thing ain't as fast as that on paper, so...
Let's rock.
Suggests to me it's not so much a problem with the machine. The performance curve is a little bit weird on this, but, well, there are reasons for that. Ah, I've got a feeling, yeah, watch the frame rate counter here and listen to the music. Oops. Well, that was like a Pentium MMX, man. It's from like 97. This thing's a custom build. This has no fucking Packard Bell shit attached to this. You know, this is actually running better than that thing was on this level, to be honest. We're on Socket 4 here, man, you know, it's pretty fucking respectable by comparison. I can't lie. Right, we're going to take a bit of a quick route here, because I'm sick of getting shot at. I could do without it. Okay, the entry's down there. No, it was a Pentium MX in 1997. Oh, and this is like custom build this thing, like fucking 94 technology in here. Where is the entrance? Aha, that's what I wanted. Where is that bastard? There he is. Okay, yeah, we need a key. Not me. There we go. We can skip that section entirely. That will be red access card. Okay, what's the fastest way to go? Ah, there is health in there, good. In the latest E-Duke builds, he gets stuck in these. Oops. When did I save last? Luckily not that long ago. I'm not even going to go up on the jetty. I'm just going to stay down there. For now, save a bit of time. Will our hour last? I think it will just. Play aggressively. Unlock those when we need them. I can remember what's in here, but I don't remember the layout entirely. With the red and blue palette, I almost wonder if it's somewhat colour-coded, you know? Because the problem is the blue key card switch is in a palletised room. Oh, we don't need to go in there. Yeah, there's a keycard switch in this room and it's actually for the blue key. Because the room's like pallet 2, it just palletises the damn keycard switch because the floor is palleted and sprites always inherit the pallet of the floor. Or is it the ceiling? Or is it the floor unless it's a parallax ceiling? Oh jeez, man. I don't remember everything about the game mechanics. Yeah, blue access switch. How thoughtful. How misleading. I'm gonna keep kicking because I know they're gonna. There we go, there's the red one. To hell. I guess that 68k doesn't do all the work for this wavetable. It just does a lot of it. Down the stairs. God. Okay, it's not a long level. It's not running awfully. It's very tight. I'm sure you could still jib yourself on there. Okay, where's the stairwell? Where's the stairwell? Yeah, it does sound good in some of the tracks. I think there's atomic health back there, but we're going to end up going into that much steam hiss sprites that it'd fuck us up anyway. It's not worth it. Torpedoes. Yeah, we're gonna blow that up. There we go. Now we can leave. That's the level done. Usually takes a long time this level, but not for me. It sounds really good with the music in the second and third levels. I really like the gritty piano in the X-Files remix. Oh, come on, you bastard. There we go. It's a bit difficult to get out. can be done. It should be this way. Let's move fast. I'm going to start running out of R. I think there's fat commanders on the stars from what I remember. Don't want to get shot at, so I am. Ah, no! It's just a second too late on the button. The terror attack could probably do a better job, I would think. It's the more capable of the two. I mean, it should be. It's a few years later. Oh, it's the wrong stairway. Now I've got myself turned around. Okay, now I know where I'm going. So, yeah, the terror attack should do a better job, but I don't know. You see, I like the Maui, even when it doesn't do a good job. It's punchy, you know? It's just like 512k of samples or something pathetic like that, but it sure as shit has a good go at things. Is that where it's fucking from? See, I don't know. Like, some of them have names in, like, one of the HRP releases, but I never could find them when I looked them up years ago, so... Not that way. Yeah, it is. For some reason, I don't have to pay for it because Negatron and apparently I can't remember how it went, but yeah, I didn't have to pay for it and actually legitimately earn that or something, so don't ask me. Fucking developer access or some shit. Go figure. Oh no, we just blew the thing, so I don't have anything else to do there. I'm going the right way? No, it's this way. I got turned around. We have this. Maybe we should just use this. At this point, might as well. It's a bit of a dick move to make us fight them on the stairway, let's be honest. And there's just such 90s Duke 3D level design practices in effect here. Yeah, got him.
You clear.
I'm still waiting for the day when I end up being made to cave and play fucking Life's a Beach. Chain gun's probably better at the start of this level. Oh yeah, fucking hell. That's what you get for... Oh, fuck this. Use explosives. Most of life's problems can be solved with explosives, as long as they're applied correctly. I want to be up there. I'm assuming the level gives us more explosives to fight the boss with, but I could be completely wrong. See, I know where this is from. It's fucking Robocop. Oh, there's drones. New drones. They're not running as bad as it probably should be. Get across quick so we don't get blown up. fantastic, but it's running. There's a bastard drones that hit me in the back of the head if I don't take it out now. Hit drones, hit. Certain time later, it's this way. Yeah, should open that. It's pretty simple, this level, really. It's just a fucking lead up to the boss. I'm not sure how we're going to do in the boss. It depends how the frame rate is in there. No, because I didn't. This is from like an old version of the high-res pack. They didn't include any new music with Duking Out in DC. It just uses the regular episode 3 music. Fuck. Oh no! We're back it. Fuck's sake. Well, it's always faster each subsequent time through. As I said, there'll be one who's hung on there. It's the shape of the walls there. It seems to protect them a little bit. Always use more Devastator ammo. Right, it's not dilly-dally. It's not dilly-dally, old bean. I'll deal with those drones when I come out of these vents. Never been hit while in there yet, but it's going to happen someday. You just know it. It's asking for trouble. Sprites don't really stop them. Gee! Ah, that one drew. I remember a deathmatch level I played on many years ago that was made largely with this tile set and a bunch of sprite bridges. I don't know why, it just always sticks with me. Probably still have it somewhere. I mean, it's probably on most of the map sites by now. Hey, Cent88, I notice you don't host my shit anymore, or at least you didn't host my new one. I guess maybe you just don't know it's out. I don't care. I don't know though, because me and that admin did kind of have something of a falling out years ago. Oh, well, who gives a fuck? Everyone else hosts it, so... Progress. Oh no, I shouldn't have killed those. It's okay, maybe we can use this one. Get him to land over here, there we go. Oh, shit. Actually... Aye, that's not right. That definitely ain't right. Come here. Probably just faster to do it properly, you know. Turn around, they tend to spawn back in faster. There's the fucker. Yeah, they can't telefrag you as far as I'm aware. If it can happen, it's rare enough that I've never seen it. Let's just do it properly. Fuck it. Maybe that's not... You know, we should still have that. Yeah, that's not enterable in that way. Okay, I must have thought of that. At least I remembered it was a mirror here. It's the wasting ammunition. Did we ever use any of those trip bombs? I don't think we ever used any of those. Yeah, it's that one over there that we want to get into. Which means more of this fucking monster wriggling bullshit, really. Okay, Liz Troop, get here. I'm not doing with the weird fucking jump here, it's fucking awkward as shit, so we'll just use your head. There we go. But I don't want to. Yeah, why don't you try it? Tell me how it is. Yeah, basically. I've never known anybody play multiplayer in these maps. I might have to test it sometimes. I don't imagine it's very good. As I said before, the only use for them in single player is dodging fall damage. Let me see. Like that. You can completely negate fall damage with them, and then blow yourself up at the bottom instead.
U.S. Armed Forces.
They've got arms, but do they have legs? I mean, you're going to have a hard time mobilising them if they don't. Should turn the force field off and... That wasn't where I wanted that to go. This brings back memories of my Athlon 2600. Oh, that's not far. We went out of bounds. I'm sorry, man. That's an unlawful death. I'm not doing it again. Fuck that. There you go, I'm saving so we can never go back. That was a geometry bug, man. That's... Right, like, there's a med kit there, so if we'd used our med kit, we'd have been 100 health now and just picked that one up. So we'll just not come back to get that one, ever. We'll just say we picked that med kit up, and that will, like, undo the fact we just had to cheat because the game cheats. Oops. Back in that. Music stalls a little bit in places. You know, if you look at where the blue lines are, the floor does set like into that area. It's not quite. I couldn't even see that there. Yeah, there's. It's just a build engine thing, I think. Just that it's a bit dodgy with things. It's more so in Duke than the others. Well, I don't know. Blood has its fair share of that shit. Like that hole in episode 4, level 3. Fuck that. That was evil. Like, it's a trap and they knew it. So, isn't it something really simple? Oh, frame rate. It's pretty dire in here. Should improve once we kill these. Yeah, gotta be careful not to blow up ourselves. Wow, that damage does hit us. There we go. And the frame rate comes back a little bit. I'm never going to need this jetpack again, so we can just climb through it in this level now. Fuck off, Slimers, you're annoying. Suck it down. Loaded. Fucking piece of cake. There's a switch. Yeah, there we go. Now I should be able to get out, I think. War games, man. I don't enjoy that film that much. Could have used trip line now, but it's a fucking jetpack, it's easier. Boss type, oh shit. haven't been over here yet, so these guys are still alive. Oh no! I don't want to run and see if I can find any med kits. Probably not. That's bad. That's a bad spot to end up having to use that. Okay. You can walk here if you're not careful. Oh no, I forgot to press the fucking button. At least give me an excuse to use that trick. God, I've got to send that down again. Yeah, I guess maybe if we could hit some of these sectors just right, but I don't think there's enough of an angle on them. I don't know where we got that atomic health. I don't know we could shut that again. Well, yeah, shut that. Maybe the boss will do a runner. We don't want that going on. Very fast platform here. Oh, it gives us a little portable medkit. There's nothing to worry about. That's that problem dealt with.
I love the smell of charbroiled alien overlord in the morning. Suddenly, a bridge extends to where the president is being held captive. The stasis field drops, and he awakens from his stupor.
Very strange pronunciation.
Lord Barras, shaking Duke's hand, the president praises him on a job well done. Thank you for rescuing me, Duke. You're an asset to our country. To express the nation's gratitude, a statue will be erected in your honor.
I don't know why he sounds like Lord Burrs, but yeah.
Damn, I'm looking good. Damn it. Game over.
Let's duke it out in DC. Yeah, looking at it, thinking of that fucking MMX Packard Bell we ran. The system didn't actually run it that bad. It was certainly about playable the whole time. Ooh, pallet went weird there. Just a frame or two. Duke does that sometimes. Killed everything.
Ready for action.
I wonder how that 3D realms time's possible. I don't know if I could get that to work. Let me see what we get on the rooftop here. Curious. I haven't tested that yet. 22, 23, somewhere around there. Not sure what to do now. I can't hang about very long. I have things to do. I need to have my supper and go to sleep. Yeah, we were 320 by 200 visa mode the whole time. Should unload. What? Ah, I see. Yeah, I'm not going to do that on here. It's a little bit old for that, man. P2 will do like 1024 by 768 pretty easily. There's something I haven't tested on this since I messed with it. I haven't got an input source to test it with, and I don't even know if the cable's in properly. I haven't screwed it back in yet, but we'll have a look when the Maui finishes loading its samples in. Evidently it's still... there we go. No, it's still loading things. Yeah, I don't have to realign that. It hasn't messed with system timing that much. So it is pretty nice that we have now. It's fucking... we got a fucking NAS again. That's good. That fucking time. Oh no, where's that gone? That's not good. Well, I guess I'll just put it out for fire starts because I can't fucking find it in amongst the wires that are down here. I think it had gone out anywhere. Well, I've got water. I've got my feet on the electrics, so yeah. I don't really see how. I wouldn't say it was unresponsive. Let's get the copyright system. Let's not get the copyright system. Yeah, I'm not sure what... Oh, there we go. Must have knocked it. Yeah, I've got a Windows version of this on here. It's odd how it calls it DOS mode. Because it's not DOS mode, it's WinG mode. Cheap. So yeah, graphically accelerated Windows game. Possibly the first. Oh no, I haven't picked the gun up yet. Is there any reason to come back here? It's weird not hearing, like, FM music coming out. It really is. There's no need to go that way, is there? Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a precursor to Direct Draw, in principle at least. Or is it the other one? Was it that way I had to go and... oh. Yeah, it's been a while. I do still have like a complete Let's Play of this that I recorded a couple of years back, but it was done blind, so it's very slow. I think I'll just record it again. And then maybe upload the original unlisted more for myself. I mean, I'd link it anyway, but... you know, it's something I kind of like to look back at. So I had quite a bit of fun doing it. But I think it's too slow to really be worth it. Yeah, well, it's such a small team on this, though. I think they did a decent enough job. It has a bit of a shit in fucking episode 2, but... really, there is a bit in that song that I was playing that really does remind me of this. Here's one of the reasons this game is like better with the maze thing than Doom, because if you look at the eye indicator down there, you'll see that like it lights up when you're near a pushable panel. Doom doesn't have anything like that. Yeah, it handles the scaling a little better and angles just a tiny bit better. I mean, it's smooth either way, because yeah. If I ever record like a proper Let's Play of this game, it probably would be the DOS version, though I'd probably just run it on a 386, because I mean that's how it started, so that's how it should end, I suppose. I think I have a copy of the version that doesn't use the pre-rendered models somewhere. I have to look for it. I don't know if I have the Windows version of that. Fuck you, skeletons. Die! Well, I guess they're kind of already dead. Well, undie. Undie, but don't unpentium. That's not good. I don't want that to happen. Is there any more health power-ups? Well, we're not playing serious. We could technically cheat. We could... There's the opening. There's the opening. There's some unused music in this game. I don't have it to hand right now. I'll just play it some other time, I guess. There's also slightly odd things, or at least just trivia shit. Like, the music on the first level, episode 3, only plays on that one level and nowhere else. Yeah, well that's probably what I'll use. I think what I did, the one I recorded was done on my old, like, 386 that I started the game on. It was like the last thing I did with it. I do intend to record a full playthrough of it again someday, properly. It's just finding the time, shit gets in the way now. Yeah, his music only plays on this one level. Spoilers, skip that. Bovril, there's Bovril, you spilled it. Tell me, Bovril, there's Bovril all over my chair. Yeah. How's this working? Bovril, there's Bovril, there's a Bovril, you spilt it all over my stars. Fucking twats. Game looks very different in episode 3. But yeah, I'm not going to go any further. I don't want to spoilers. So we'll kill a ghost. Oh yeah, these... Can they work again? There we go. I didn't notice much difference, but the thing is, it just runs smooth anyway, this game. It doesn't need much power. Castle. Right, Solitaire and then I'm out of here. Yeah, there you go. There's a graphically accelerated game in Windows 3.1. I don't see that every day. It's already screwing me over, isn't it? There's no point in me putting it, because it's not going to help me. It's not the fucking tooth. Oh man. I hate Solitaire. Why do I do this to myself? I don't understand why I do this. I genuinely don't. Like, I am questioning my fucking... my motives here. I don't really know why. I always do this. I always think it's a good idea. And I'm always tired when I get here as well. So it's like... just accident waiting to happen. I don't remember. Yeah, both queens are there, so we're not going to have to worry about. Do we have a black 10? I bet we don't. It's not going to make a difference because I thought it out wrong. I have decided I am just going to order a Pentium 133 chip, by the way. It's going to be easier in the long run, I think. I'm surprised I don't have one, but I don't have one, so I'll just have to order one. They're not expensive, so... And it's like, when I think about it, I don't think I've ever even encountered one in the wild. I've encountered 120s and shit like that, but I've never encountered a 133. So it's not fucking useful to me, is it? Because I have some tests that I want to do. That's why. And they have to be done very specifically. They have to use a specific chipset. And they have to use a specific video card for accuracy. Oh, then we have a Black King. Should be a Black Jack, I'm sure I saw one. We should be able to put a red 10 down there. I really don't like dragging so many cards out of this. Oh, okay. That's not as bad as it might have been. Ah! Now you see, maybe I should have played with that stuff. And is there a red 5? Oh, man. I really hate this game. Deal again. It probably was doable, that, but I found getting rid of the smaller decks fast seems to yield better results for some reason. It may just be coincidence, but I don't know, it just seems to go that way for me. And now I can get rid of that. If I get a black 3, I can move that 2. Just move it anywhere. There we go. Okay, might as well get rid of that. There's no need to leave it out, really, is there? Looks like we can put kings and shit down. Should be able to put kings and shit down, but I don't know if there were any kings in there. There's no kings in there. That's bad. That's very bad. Now we can move that 4 at least. Move that 5. There's a king. There's a 3. We might as well just send that up there. Send it to fucking purgatory. Black queen, red jack. Okay, that's doable. That's doable. It's coming together slowly. Now, I did see a black 10, so now I can move. Do I move that one or that one? There's only one card there, so I'll move that. Here. That might not have been the best idea, but we can't go back now. Now, the reason it seems odd to me, it's one of them things where it's like become common in later years, as it were, where now people seem to go after the 133 for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I can't think of any reason why it would be preferable when you could just use, like, anything else, basically. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, I'm just saying it's just a bit odd. Let's get rid of And that'll move that 7 at least. That'll move that at least. Move that at least. Move that. Put that there for now. Don't have. I can just get rid of that. Okay. It's not the best, but we can work with it, I think. I mean, we've got all the aces. We have, I think, a bunch of low-numbered cards up here, so it's maybe not as bad as it might be. That's going to be our problem there. And there are no kings up here. Nice, why do you always dig the fucking substrate out from under the wheel? It makes a very annoying noise. Moving that 7's going to make no odds to us. The best thing we can do is hope that 2's in there. So maybe we might be able to start dumping things on the aces. Yeah, I don't have any of those. The only ones I have that are faster are all multiplier locked, so I can't just underclock them. So I just have to order one. It's not a big deal, like I said, they're not really expensive or anything. I don't mind paying like 10 quid or whatever, I don't think it's even that much. No, I've never used... Well, I don't know. I used a camera years ago on the video editing course that you could sort of stuff video input into and use it as a capture device. And that outputted everything over dial wire. But I didn't use it very much because I only used it when I was on the course. I could do with a red 5 here. I might have... No, it's not going to do me any good. Get it? Why am I doing that? What use is this to me? Ooh. All I can do is hope I can get rid of this, but I don't see it happening because of these clubs. These fucking club cards. If there's a fucking 6 of spades, it'll fucking save us, but I don't think there's one in there. No, of course there isn't. Of course there's not a 6 of spades, it's under there. Fucking thing. Fuck. Most fucking clubs. There's not even any way around this, is there? There's just nothing I can do. Oh well, one more, and then I'll perk something around very, very quickly on the machine. Okay. I'm hoping if there's a red queen, I'll put that king down. Let's see here. Let me check. No, there is no red queen, so there's no point putting that king down just yet. Do we have... No, I'm not fuck looking for that. Do that, though. That is not useful. In the slightest, that is not useful. Oh man, the game hates me. It's a black queen. If there's a red king, we'll put it down. Move that. Ah! What a shit deal. I tell you what, we'll just write this game off. That one doesn't count. There you go. This game's fucking me over at every opportunity, as it always does. Oh, fucking really? Man, what the fuck's up with the randomizer? What the fuck is wrong with the randomizer in this? This is really bad. This is really, really bad. Well, I suppose if it works, why not? some unconventional things in the past. Using that Intensity Pro is like arguably unconventional. It's not what it was supposed to do. There's no way it was designed to do the shit that I was making it do. It still lagged. Awkwardly. Oh man, this fucking... At least I can move that fucking 4, I suppose. Right, there we go. It's just... The game's fucked. That's... I'm done with that. It's not going to let me win. Not today. Yeah, we have no virtual memory on this anymore. I turned it off completely. There is no virtual memory on this system because there's just no fucking point. Now what's using all of that? Yeah, like 128 megs here. So when you find out Windows for Workgroups has like a 64 meg limit or something, I'll have to look into that. Maybe there's something in the way. I've probably done some weird shit somewhere. Or there is a limit I'm not aware of. I mean, I know this OS quite well, but I don't claim to know everything about it. There we go. Let's perk some things around on the machine very quickly. Well, that will explain it. I guess my upgrade probably isn't that useful then. I don't know, because I think it fucking detects that shit. But I mean, detecting it and using it is very different, I suppose. So it is. Yeah. Could we get around that by using HiMMX and whatever that other, like, EMM 386 is? I wonder. I'm going to have to look into that. Because I know HiMMX supports, like, gigabytes of RAM. I'd tested on the stream, but it's way too late to be fucking about with that. Yeah, let me see here. We'll see why we got the slight performance. I don't want to use that. I'm not doing that. I could just install Windows NT. I've got room for another hard drive in here. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll see what can be done. I know I've made DOS do things with memory it really shouldn't before, so I might be able to work something out. Even if I don't end up using it, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's just nice to see those numbers. But yeah, you might notice there's a slight little kind of cheating a little bit there, just a tad. Unfortunately, this CPU does not have the throttling that the 486 Pentium overdrives have. So, yeah, can't just jam tape over the TAC pin and running that 66 megahertz. It doesn't work that way. It's kind of irritating. Yeah, like I say, I'm sure I remember HiMMX and some other EMM 386 equivalent being able to do it. So, but even then, I still don't know if Windows 3.1 can access this shit. It might not be able to. Yeah, well, we'll see. I can always install NT. I don't mind putting another hard drive in and putting NT on it. Could be kind of fun. You just install GAG to select which one I boot at startup. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can get more speed out of the memory and shit, but things start breaking if I do that, like the capture card doesn't like it, so I just don't do that stuff. I probably shouldn't, but no point in doing a drive test. But yeah, obviously this is the reason I want a Pentium 133, because what I'm curious about is, like, in theory these shouldn't perform differently. It doesn't have a Y2K bug, this, I've tested it. But, yeah, fucking... I want to know what the extra 200,000 transistors do in this CPU. Are they just for power management or what? Unfortunately, there's, like, you know, and I want to see how it does compared to a Socket 5 board on pretty much the same chipset. So the K5 board will have to come out again. And I'm just going to use the Matrox G220 just because it's a really fast card, so it should eliminate bottlenecks that these trios might introduce and the Mac 64 would introduce. Just run a bunch of tests and see what happens. I can push more out of the memory, but like I said, the capture card doesn't like this stuff. It just breaks it, so there's just no point. It doesn't seem to make any tangible difference to actual games or anything anyway, so I'm not really that fussed about it. I do think that's where it'll come undone compared to a Socket 5 board, though. But yeah, the thing is, I'm not really going to be able to see what the extra transistors do, if anything, to performance, because obviously I can't get this thing to clock down. The only conceivable way I could think to do it is to change the clock speed while the system's running, and it makes the multiplier go away on a lot of CPUs. I think it was Intel trying to stop you doing things like that, you know, to overclock while the system's running or something. The thing is, with Socket 4, it changes the voltage as well, and that unfortunately means that it'll turn the CPU off while it's been changed, and as no reset will be sent to the CPU, it'll be in an undefined state, which basically means the system is just going to crash. I mean, you could, if you sent a reset to the CPU, I imagine the system would just restart, so yeah, there's just no way to do it, unfortunately. But like I say, at least I can see what it does compared to a real Socket 5 machine. But yeah, remember, this is on fast page dynamic, and it is parity RAM as well. If I disable parity, it speeds up, but I don't really want to do that. I mean, I don't really have any real reason to have it on, but it's there, so I might as well have it turned on. I actually got a memory failure message when I first turned this on. I know, because I have tested it. It does work, so I don't know what that's about. Solar flares, I guess, is all I can put it down to. Stray a bit of radiation, it happens. Rarely, but it can happen. I'm not going to drag you through the whole hard drive test. I'm just finishing my smoke and I'll be out of here, because I really do need my supper and to start getting ready to sleep and everything. I'm going to put that K5 back together at some point. But I did what I threatened to do. I finished Duke It Out in DC on this machine. And now I have the joys of dismembering the fucking thing and putting my Pentium 66 back in. It's not very easy to work in this machine, and the thing is the CPU is hidden up behind the drive cages, and the drive cage isn't removable, so you just have to remove the entire fucking motherboard. Oh joy. But, well, it's not that big of a deal, I suppose. Obviously that's my regular CPU I normally run. And that heatsink is like millimetres away from the drive cage. It's very tight. Which is why I might move it into that Orchid case, because that doesn't appear to, you know, that should have enough room just. It's SX974 this, wasn't it, I think? Yeah. Floating point division bugs and shit. You can't run a socket 4 and it's not a bit broken. Well, if I'm doing testing, then yeah, it is. It's SU082. It's pretty much socket 4 overdrive. When I take the proper benchmarks for this before I change the chip back over, because obviously I want to test it with the Matrox card in and just everything else unplugged. You know, the capture card's not going to be in there, but I'm going to be running everything on default settings on both this and the socket 5 board, just because I don't. I think it's more fair to do it that way, because most people wouldn't have fucked around with that stuff. I always like to give like a realistic scenario, so I don't load any TSRs or anything. It's just as you found the system out of the box, as it were. You know, tweaks are always a possibility, but I prefer to test without them. Just leave everything sort of as the manufacturer recommends, and then just fuck about with it in my own time, and end up breaking things. And you know, when they're as bad as that dude in the Discord who overclocks the fuck out of his Pentium 3, and is like, oh no, I got it working this time, and then comes back a week later, oh my fucking stopped working. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest. I mean, it's what the dude wants to do. I'm not going to criticise him for it, but it is kind of funny to watch from the side, you know. It would be so much easier just to use a Pentium 4 or something. Yeah, he has some odd ways of doing things. I can't pretend to fully understand it, but like I say, it's what the dude wants to do. Fair play to him. Yeah, I'm just going to skip this test and kill the stream, because this isn't like the proper test, you know. I'll do those in my own time with the correct hardware in there and everything, so we can level the playing field between both boards. Unfortunately, that has delayed shit for the main channel, because well, I wanted to do a video on the Yamaha 719, but I just wasn't feeling it. When I'm not feeling it, I don't work on it, so I'll just come back to it later, write a new script and start again. I want to do this, but obviously don't have fucking CPU, so that has caused delays. It's kind of odd how it reads the L1 cache as 8K, because there's like 8K data and 8K whatever, but yeah, I'm too tired for that shit. So now I'm definitely out of here. Fuck this. I'm going. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I guess I'll see you next time. I don't know what I'll play. I think at some point I want to do Street Legal with the steering wheel on the Athlon, and I don't know how interesting it'll be, because the game's very repetitive, but I want to do it. So yeah, it's like I don't know, it's something I will do. And I'll have to try and find the other two Cosmos Cosmic Adventure games as well. So I want to fuck with those at some point, probably on this thing, because Pentium 6, I don't know, maybe I'll dig a 386 out for that. We haven't had a 386 here for it, but I want to do Dark Forces on the C&T sometime. Just to see how it runs, you know, how that is start to finish on there. Does it start really tanking anywhere? Because you'd think it should, given what the next gen did, but the next gen's weird, so I'm not sure. It's definitely one that we'll have to fuck about with in the future. But anyways, I will see you around, and that's it. I got no else. My head is spinning. So yeah, thanks for watching.